Yeah, so long story short, number 21 on trending, by the way, yeah. Wait, League is actually dying. And Necrit is watching at the opening shot of the yesterday's cinematic. Let's just say I'm curious to see what he has to say, based on the fact that League of Legends baby is dying. You know, I'm just looking at the last cinematic that we saw yesterday, so we know. Let's see.
Oh no. I woke up at 9 AM to watch the cinematic, after which I immediately went here to record this video.
The thing is that he watched the cinematic. I don't know, chat, what we watched. That wasn't the cinematic. That was fucking Unreal Engine optimization of Summoner's Rift. That was not a cinematic, brother.
Still in my pajamas.
Similar.
Well, I really don't know what's happening at Riot anymore. Every year we got a big new cinematic. And yet here we are, with nothing. After a year where League got nothing.
Realistically, what did we get at 22? Did we get new game modes? No, I don't think so. As far as I'm concerned, they removed game modes. Did we get any new maps? No, we didn't get any new maps. Did we get new events? No, they took the same events that were published in 2014 and they decided to repeat them. 162 skins. Oh, that's what we got. Yeah, fair enough. We got 162 skins. That's good.
Really can't say people have a lot of trust in League anymore. To be fair, I had to get a screenshot the moment the cinematic came out.
Oh my god, yeah, I'll need to move myself. Look at the likes. Yeah, so far it's looking pretty good. Look at that. 214 likes. It's very nice. Where am I? I'm in the house, yeah. Out of curiosity, chat, what's the like to dislike ratio right now? A new cinematic, Riot! Hold up, what is this? So we have On the Brink of Eternity, they released yesterday, and now we have 1 hour ago a new cinematic. Hold up, what is this? 1 minute, yeah, we'll need to watch that. In the meantime, oh, brother, 277k. Yeah, well, it is what it is.
Because there, they called it cinematic. But it seems like on social media, they know what's actually happening. So there, they call it an anthem.
Oh, an anthem, you see.
So I wanna see if later they decide to swap the title. But the anthem isn't even new. It is reusing themes from the Climb cinematic. So what is going on? We wanted another cinematic where we get to see our favorite champions in action, and instead we got Unreal Engine tech demo.
Shoot up, bro. I was so hyped to see another Climb cinematic, bro. Climb cinematic was fucking the best. Every single year they making it better and better, bro. And Climb was top notch, bro. And then we got this.
Riot, if you wanna save more money, feel free to use my animations for your future cinematics. I really wanted to have some copium. I wanted to say that there is no big cinematic because they are gonna tie it into the big summer event. But my supplies of copium were consumed during the last summer event where we also got nothing. Normally I would say there is most likely a reason why we didn't get a cinematic. Maybe Riot is working on something else, but I don't believe that anymore.
But I mean, come on, there's a 2-minute cinematic. They literally released it 1 hour ago. Come on, chat, we need to watch that. So this is what Riot was working on. Like to dislike ratio, 10k to 4k. This does not inspire anything. Any positive vibes in here. This does not inspire confidence. Hop on Lunar Rebel cinematic as well, yeah? Let's see. I'm not saying they cut the budget, but bro, we had 60 FPS, now we have 2 FPS. I feel like that's Annie with the panda. I've got no idea who that is. Is that Jinx, perhaps? I've got no idea. No clue. What the fuck is going on? So sad. So sad. So we have a Fortnite bus right now. Brother, instead of 2023 fucking amazing cinematic, we get a Fortnite bus. That's a bull we get instead of a cinematic. Oh my god, Ryan, just when I couldn't think you can make this hole even deeper, bro. Oh my god, Ryan, can you stop shooting yourself in the fucking foot, bro? It says the Lunar Rebel 2023 cinematic. Hop on. Chat, did we think the first driver? Oh my god, bro. So yeah, back to Necrit. When he said Riot doesn't have anything new, he was wrong. Yeah, they have something worse. Anyway, let's continue in here.
So yeah, in case you missed it, Riot dropped 4 videos where they prepared us for the exciting future of 2023 in League of Legends. Now, even though I wanted to swap to Variety Gaming, I said that I will still cover League of Legends. So covering all of these news is kinda part of the deal. But I also said that in 2023 I will make my videos a bit more exciting. So I'm here to introduce the hypometer. Instead of covering the news as Riot delivered it to us, I'll let the hypometer sort things out according to how hype they are. We will start with the news nobody cares about and we'll
You love to say, yeah, chat, we need the same thing.
we'll move all the way up. So are you ready? Because we're about to start filling the bar up.
Yeah.
That's not right. Is it because there was no cinematic? What's going on?
I swear to god, I said in the last video, I said in this video, every single year, I'm tired of League of Legends, bro. I don't want to play this game, I want to quit this game, but then they drop an amazing cinematic and I'm hyped up. I'm back in, bro. This year, I'm considering playing Roblox.
Oh no. So, for the majority of all the videos, Riot just repeated what we already know.
Yep.
So, among the news nobody cares about, we have Hextech Drake and all the jungle plants, new ping system, jungle pets, rune recommender, ARAM changes, Xbox Game Pass with loot for League.
That's literally all the shit that they were said in the preseason. Literally in the beginning of preseason. That's all we had. They literally repeated the same video, bro. They re-uploaded the same video, now that I think about it.
Yeah, we literally learned about all of these about 3 months ago.
Exactly.
None of these are new, and what's worse, none of these change the game. This is all aesthetics and quality of life, which doesn't make the game better. So, let's bump things up. Okay, that's good enough. We then got an entire video about player behavior. To be fair, they did talk about some interesting things if you are into data and statistics.
We did not watch that video and we will not watch that video.
They talked about how it's difficult to detect if someone is intentionally feeding, because the game is only collecting numbers. How can the numbers tell what are your intentions?
Replay the video, submit a video. Just an idea, if you want to report someone, just submit a video. Also, Riot has access to every single of those games and they can replay those videos on the client. Individually, every single one of us, you can go to your match history, you can download the game, yeah, wait for it, and you can click here to watch your replay. Riot, as a small indie company, they have that power to do that on their client. I'm just saying, all you need to do is give them the code. You might be asking, what code? Well, game ID code. Every single game has a game ID. This is exactly the thing they're asking you when you are submitting a report or submitting a bug on their forums. That's quite simple. What do you mean? I don't know if the player was running down. Bro, just enter the code, watch 5 minutes of the gameplay, that's it, there's your answer.
But besides that, once again, they just said what we already know about. If you behave well, you will get a skin for being a good boy. And then they mentioned that they want to make the game less toxic. Some people
Best of luck.
know my stance on this, but in case you don't, just fucking ban people. It is your game. You are the one who's dictating how people behave in your game. If
True that. On the one hand, yeah, but see, the thing is, I'm pretty sure I know why Riot is not doing that. Is they will start massively banning waves of players who are toxic, yeah? They will not be banning bots. the ratio of the bots will fucking skyrocket. Because as far as I'm concerned, chat, you remember my last year, yeah? You remember me playing in bronze and iron. Bro, I shit not. 1 out of 4 games, we had bots, literal bots. We went to the match histories, we saw the same script running around. Bro, we had videos of that. Actual legit bots running on the script. So hear me out. On one side, we have 1 out of 4 games with the bots. Maybe 1 out of 2 games. We'll remove those toxic people, yeah? We have the increase in the bots. How to deal with bots? Riot doesn't know. Because that's not Riot's problem, you know? Because Riot is making money from that, because eventually those botted accounts are being sold. And well, if you've spent money on the account right now, you're going to spend money on the skin, because you know, you're already in that stage when you are spending money on the game. So why would we do that, you know?
If someone is being an asshole, get them out of here.
Yep.
It doesn't matter that in 99% of their games they are fine, but in that one game they make everyone's lives miserable. If they do it once, 7-day ban. If they do it twice, a month-long ban. The third time, get them out. You can't make the excuse that most of the time people are fine. The point is, you allow them to be toxic. Just take the Final Fantasy approach. I have never played Final Fantasy XIV, but I know what Square Enix are doing. If
Yeah, I have no fucking idea what he's talking about.
there is a player who is disrupting the game for other players, they're gone. And what
That sounds kind of scary. Feels like the game has a bit too much power. But sure, give that power to League of Legends, bro. It will not be a League of Legends. The core of League of Legends is toxicity. Everyone knows it, bro. You type any... You go to Google right now, type in the most toxic game, player base. Why not? You'll get thousands of lists. In every single list, in top 10, I'm being generous, in top 10, yeah. Realistically, it's top 3, top 5, easily. But top 10, let's look optimal, yeah? It's going to be League of Legends. Because that's the community, that's the consensus. Everyone knows that League of Legends is toxic. So, you know, remove that toxicity. And this game is kinda meh. Everyone is going to Call of Duty, everyone's going to the other game.
What's the counter-argument? Oh, I want to have the right to be an asshole on the internet. Really? Just slam your door on your way out. Don't whine about your game being toxic when you're not doing anything. Alright, let's get things more excited.
Mind you, he created this video right after watching the cinematics, so he's as tilted as we were yesterday.
Good, good. We then got the state of the game video, where they talked about positioning agency.
What?
Which I can tell you right now, nobody cares about. It's basically a designer's problem, which the player will never ever think about. And they also talked about how they made mythic and tank items. That's literally it. That's the news for
We'll miss this video. I feel like we'll miss this video, and good thing, because as far as I'm concerned, Necrit is summarizing it is a bunch of bullshit on that video.
2023. So let's bump it up again. And this is where we got a video talking about mid-scope updates. For the first 6 minutes, they explained what mid-scope updates are. That's in a 7-minute long video. What we got from this is that their goal for 2023 is to give us a new mid-scope update every 2 months. There is something really horrible hiding behind this.
No, but realistically, think about it. Mid-scope update every single 2 months, so yeah, mid-scope, if we're looking at the jacks, sure, you're slightly changing the champion itself. I'm also falling back on the idea that Riot said they will eventually reach the cap of the new champions. So let's say, for example, out of God, it's going to be 200 champions, yeah? No more champions will going to be created. What do them, bro? This game thrives on the change. That's why we're getting changes every single patch. Nerfing that, adjusting that, buffing that, you know? Also, we're releasing new champions. Something, the element of change is still in the game. But the moment we reach the cap, what do you do then? You cannot introduce the new champions, that's it. You're stuck in there. So, we're introducing mid-scope, which is honestly a good idea. But on the other hand, bro, we were promised a Skarner update 2 years ago. And now, only now they started thinking about it. So yeah, this will take some time.
You see, this is most likely why we are not getting VGUs anymore. The reason why Riot is not reworking old champions is because those reworks cost them money. They need to make models, they need to make animations, they need to make new kits. A mid-scope update only gives the champions new abilities. And even in that video, they said that mid-scope updates are as effective as VGUs.
Copium.
That's why they wanna do a new mid-scope update every 2 months. What they don't tell you about is that that's the reason why old champions are not gonna get big updates. It's because it costs them money and they need to save money because who know why the fuck? Are they cutting costs again? Whatever, let's
They managed to cause the entire cinematic of this year, so yeah, pretty sure they are cutting the costs.
move on. As expected, we then got news about the Skarner VGU, which
2 fucking years, brother. We waited 2 years for that.
they first teased a year ago.
Oh, a year ago.
The update is they started exploring how to enhance his fantasy. Can anyone tell me what they are doing?
Brother, they're doing jack shit. Started exploring, yeah, so maybe I'm being too generous on 2 years. Jesus Christ.
Even presented us with some of the art we got last year. Well, let's pump it up again. We then got news about Ari's ASU, which is something we got to see last month. Again, it's nothing new. And
Polygons, brother, gotta remind the viewer base about the polygons.
then we got teasers for new skins. Of course, everyone knows that Riot is cutting costs everywhere. 2022 had no new lore and no new gameplay, but you know what we got? A lot of skins.
Holy sh... Hold on. Yep. I mean, we didn't fully fulfill it out. Hold on, my camera is in the way, yeah. There's a bit of a space in here. We're missing 2 skins. So sad.
Skins. So of course, in this update, they only showed 4 skins? I mean, they said that Aurelian, Ivern, Kled, and Callista are gonna get skins. From these, Callista is gonna be a fairy, Karma is gonna be a fairy, and then there is Cats and Dogs, Kled, and Kindred. Yeah, sure, nice skins, but is that it? No voting on new skins? No?
Now, I mean, realistically, look at that. We already voted last year. Everyone agreed that we need to revive our boy Skarner. It's been 1 year. In the period of 1 year, we've managed to get Ari update because obvious reasons, you know? And then they just started thinking about it, about the fantasy of how to explore Skarner. So yeah, because I'm not sure about that.
Teasing or more than just 1 new skin line? What's amazing is that after they teased these 4 skins, they said, and I quote, "These are just a few of the new things we plan for season 2023. Yeah, they are planning skins and it's only 4 of them. So let's bump it up again. So it was
Unproportionately big of a jump in here.
revealed that we are getting new voiceovers for Nidalee and Varus. But you know why we are getting them? It's a promotion for the new champions, so that the new champions sell better. Because it was confirmed that both of these new voiceovers will interact with the new champions. This means that Nidalee will talk to the Ishtali champion, and Varus is gonna talk to the new Darkin champion. There is something really bad happening with these voiceovers, but more on that in just a moment.
Yeah, they're targeting 2 different champions, yeah. At the beginning I was thinking we're talking about only the support. But no, support is from Ishtal and Ishtal. I'm surprised they are not updating the voice lines of every single champion that is from Ishtal. We have quite a lot of them. And why are we not updating the voice lines for of every single Darkin then? I feel like obvious reason. We're still saving the money in here. We're still cutting the costs.
On a similar level of excitement, there is the Aurelian CGU. To be fair, he got really amazing abilities. But again, we learned about these 14 days ago. This is nothing new yet again. And then they started teasing new champions. Finally, something to talk about, even though, as many of you may know, new champions don't make League's gameplay any better. Whatever, the new Ishtali champion is gonna be Melio.
What do you mean don't make anything better? Of course it does. Look, they introduced Cassante, amazing champion. They introduced Zeri in the beginning. Gameplay was amazing. The state of the game was perfect right then.
Currently, it is a kid and it is an elemental mage. In his story, he's gonna be facing the Vidalian, which is the highest challenge to become an elemental master, and he's gonna be uncovering the darkest secrets of Yuntal. Based on the lore, I assume that the darkest secrets are that the entire Ishtal believes that the entire world was consumed by the void, but Yuntal knows that the entire time the world is fine. That's probably what will be explored. It is also gonna be an enchanter, which is gonna be healing by using fire. There are also some references to bouncing, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was a bouncing fire, kinda like what Nami does.
Or Brand's ultimate. I imagine how the development of this character was going like. In the office, boys, we need a new champion, we need a support that needs to be healing. So we take Brand, because Brand is support, but we need him healing. So we take Nami, we do fusion, yeah? And then bada bing bada bang, we got Emilio. a firebrand, but he is healing you. And then you hear Employee of the Month. You see that guy's picture on the wall, you know? Employee of the Month, ladies and gentlemen.
If you ask me, what I want from this champion is for him to explain Kiana. 2 years ago, there was a massive event that was dooming the entire world, and the most powerful elemental mage in existence didn't help anyone. Riot told us that's because there is a lore reason Kiana was doing something in the background. 2 years later, they still never explained it.
She was killing her sisters to become the queen.
This champion doesn't give it a reason. I lost faith. Then we also got new teasers for the Darkin dog.
The dog?
It was said that this champion will have simple abilities. There are references to pouncing and animals. That's because it is most likely gonna be a corrupted dog. It is focusing on hunting in a pack. It is
My money around the idea is going to be not the one champ, it's going to be a lot of champions. It's going to be the pack of hyenas in here.
the mid lane assassin, and she is called Nafiri. It's strange to see that they didn't use any of the existing Darkin, especially after introducing so many of them.
True that.
I was really hoping the new champion would be Varus' sister, but nope, it's a brand new character.
Hold up, Varus has a sister? The more you know.
The story is they woke up from slumber and they started seeking their brethren.
Wait, Varus' sister, isn't that the one Darkin who got wrecked into the chicken and then into the crossbow? No, it was crossbow first. Not crossbow, the fucking massive crossbow, on the one that in Game of Thrones was killing the dragons. The fucking scorpion. How do you call it? Ballista? That's the one. Thank you, chat. Literally no one in chat said that, but it is what it is. The ballista. To my knowledge, there is a Darkin who was trapped into a ballista, and then the first living creature who touched this ballista was a chicken. So I feel like maybe that was Varus' sister, no?
It's exactly the story of Varus. I mean, the two are gonna meet, so who knows what's gonna happen. But then they mentioned that the champion is gonna have multiple bodies, which they are using to seek the other Darkin. Now, because they said that this champion will have a simple kit, I don't believe we are talking about a champion that's gonna be controlling multiple units at once. Instead, I believe it's gonna be something like Kalista. You leave behind a ghost that's gonna patrol an area while you control the main champion.
But what if you jump into that ghost? Eh? Think about it, that's the idea.
They also called that champion a twist of fates. So maybe when Nafiri was an ascended, she was a lynx or she was a cat. And then her Darkin weapon was picked up by a dog, and that's the twist. But there is something weird happening. In order for a Darkin to have multiple bodies, the weapon would have to be picked up by something that split. Otherwise, there wouldn't be multiple dogs corrupted. It would be only one corrupted dog. So since there are multiple corrupted dogs, a new theory broke out. What if the Darkin weapon was picked up by a pregnant dog? It's not my theory, I didn't make it up, but hey, it's out there. But
I have a better theory. What if it's a dog made out of stone, like Malphite? What if, in the lore, if you slap a Malphite, he will become into small pebbles. Those pebbles are fucking alive. On the Mount Targon, you have the same idea. Think about it.
that's that. So, let's move on. We then got 2 more teasers for 2 more champions, which once again don't make the gameplay of League of Legends any better.
True.
First, there is a hangry jungler, which is a word that I had to look up.
What do you mean? This is when you are angry because you are hungry. What do you mean?
Apparently, they are gonna be angry. It is obvious that they are gonna be Noxian because the border is based on Noxian script, and the architecture is entirely Noxian. Fun fact, sometimes those side towers were used for pooping so that you can poop down and the poop doesn't stick to the castle.
Actually true that, yeah, that's real story, guys, look it up.
Anyway, the architecture looks very much like it belongs to Vladimir. Now, it can't be Mora, which is the artist who painted Vladimir's latest painting. It is a really cool side character, but it is an artist, so it can't be the new champion because you'll see what's coming next. It can, however, be Sin, the headmistress. This is another side character who is feeding Vladimir orphans in exchange for Vladimir's blood.
Somehow I'm starting to like Vladimir. Somehow I'm starting to get his vibe, you know? Somehow I start to understand him. Feeding him orphans, I like that.
Because Sin is heavily addicted to Vladimir's blood. So if there is a character that we already know about that would work for this, it's Sin. Now, the other new champion is an artistic mid laner. A few years ago, Riot was fiddling with the idea of an ink mage, a mage that would have abilities where you paint runes with your cursor. That would be cool, maybe something like that is happening.
Imagine the scenario. The World Championship Finals. Someone picks up this mage. You have to think in milliseconds to get your entire team. For the wombo combo. What is Faker doing? Meanwhile, Faker is drawing on his fucking screen, trying those squiggly lines, you know? He's doing the hieroglyphs because he needs an ability. Meanwhile, the rest of his team is already dead, but he's still drawing. Now that's the champion I'd love to see.
And yeah, they are gonna be Ionian because that is the Noxian script, referencing the Noxian invasion. And that's it, we get nothing else about them.
Wait, you want to tell me you fucking read this? You think you want to tell me Necrit can read Noxian? Or Ionian? Interesting.
That is the Noxian script, referencing the Noxian invasion. And that's it, we get nothing else about them. On a similar level of excitement, we can also talk about the fact that you can finally choose your language in the client.
14-year-old game, by the way. We got language. We got a chance to change the language. 14 years old game, yeah.
You don't have to reinstall anything anymore, and you can choose when you want to listen to Tariq's Japanese moaning at any time. So now, let's anymore, and you can choose when you want to listen to Tariq's Japanese moaning at any time. So you can choose when you want to listen to Tariq's Japanese moaning at any time. So you can choose when you want to listen to Tariq's Japanese moaning at any time. So now, let's bump it up again.
That is hype.
We then got a few words from the...
I feel like I will change my sub alerts. When anyone will subscribe to me, this is what they will hear.
Noxian level. Choose your anymore. We then got a few words from...
Give me a second.
And you can choose when you want to listen
Yeah, you subscribe and then you get this.
to Tariq's Japanese moaning at any time. So now...
Straight up love it.
Now, let's bump it up again.
If someone follows, we're gonna change that with Ari's moan. Oh my god, this game is actually getting better. Okay, I take everything back. You can keep your cinematics, we don't need cinematics. Yeah, just give me Ari's moan. That's all we need.
We then got a few words from the Game Loop team, which I'll be honest, I didn't even know League had this team. And there they talked about ranked. For the first time in these news, this might be when things are actually changing. You see, now there will be a mid-year rank reset.
Yep.
Instead of just being one rank throughout the entire year, Riot is splitting the entire year into two halves. This is really good. League was one of the only games still in existence that did this. Most other games have 2 or 3 seasons per year. And there is a reason for that. People usually get to their rank and then they stop playing.
Yep.
If the rank lasts the entire year, people are gonna stop playing.
Also, people would reach the gold. Yeah, realistically, the main grind, because statistically, majority of the player base is below gold, the main grind was to reach the gold. You get gold, you get free skins, you get free champions. That's it. You don't play anymore. I remember my first years of playing League of Legends ranked seasons. That's what I would do. I would reach gold, and I wouldn't touch ranked anymore, bro. Regardless if the season ends in fucking 5 months, I'm not touching, because I can fall. I can de-rank back to silver. And there goes my skins. I'm not touching that.
There will also be new rewards. There will now be a ranked battle pass.
But yeah, now you just get free skin no matter the rank. Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now it doesn't matter. You are silver, you are iron, you are bronze, you are challenger. We're all getting the same shit. Well, of course, you're getting different chroma based on your rank. So if you're platinum, you're getting a green chroma. If you're diamond, you're getting a blue chroma, and so on and so on. But we're still getting, every single one of us is getting a champion, and we're getting a free skin.
It's free, but the rewards are gonna be icons and borders. Thankfully, this also means that there will be 2 victorious skins per year.
True that.
Now, let's finally get something exciting. When talking about the mid-scope updates, they revealed the changes to Nico, with the change really being just one ability, but that one ability is amazing.
I imagine that's going to be her passive. When she's transforming into someone and she'll be able to transform into a turret. That would only explain why the fuck we're seeing Nico transforming into turrets.
Nico can now turn into anything, be it a minion, a tower, or a jungle monster. Nico is now gonna be playing prop hunt in League of Legends.
Oh my god, that's hype.
She's gonna be scarier than Fiddlesticks. To be honest, this sounds like the most fun ability in the entire game.
Yes, sir.
I don't even care if the ability is overpowered. I'm just happy people can have fun in this game.
That's the only reason you can have fun. Yeah, that's the only way of having fun. That's it.
And then finally, we reach what might be the only real change to the game. Even though it doesn't even change the gameplay. Anyone can now get victorious skins, which is an amazing change. In the past, every season you could get a victorious skin by hitting gold. And if you climbed further above gold, you got different color variations. Since the average player is about silver 3, gold was slightly above average.
Exactly, bro. This is the reason why we would struggle, why the Victoria skins felt prestige. Because you would have to put in the fucking work to get it. Now everyone will have it, so you know, the entire value of the Victoria skin is kinda meh. Doesn't mean sh. Victoria skins used to mean something. Right now,
You essentially got a skin for being above average.
Exactly.
What people may not realize is that this threshold was artificial. Riot just made it up. There was no real reason to decide who gets a skin and who doesn't. So now, by playing ranked, everyone can get a victorious skin. It's just if you are below gold, you earn it slower than if you are above gold.
True.
Which means that we probably fill up a bar, and when you fill it up, you get the skin. This system is so much better because if you were below gold, you had no real reason to grind ranked unless you are confident you can get to gold.
This is exactly the reason, bro. You're not confident, but you still gotta try it, bro. That's the challenge. Bro, this was exactly the idea. That was the challenge, bro. So what that you're starting season in fucking bronze 4? You know you've got entire year. It's not so difficult to reach gold if you literally try your hardest, you know? Just watch professional streamers, pick a champion, stick to that champion, learn the mechanics. At the end of the day, bro, reaching gold is just macro. That's it.
Now it encourages everyone to play ranked, which is a curse I wouldn't want to afflict on anyone. But getting a skin for participating in ranked feels way better than being like, that guy gets a skin, I guess, sure. Now, before we ramp up the meter all the way up, we need to go all the way down.
Yes, please.
Because there is more stuff happening in the background than what people know about. First of all, on Reddit, it was confirmed that the Game Modes team dissolved. Essentially, throughout the year, the entire leadership of the Game Modes team just disappeared.
Wait, what? The entire fucking team is gone? Okay.
Either they were moved onto other teams, or they just got out of Riot. What we are probably supposed to be like is like, oh, it's a shame that we are not getting a Game Modes team, even though Game Modes is literally the only thing that people really want in this game.
True.
What I see behind this is that Riot didn't see it as important enough to keep the Game Modes team running.
Also, what do you think happened to Cinematic team? Think about it.
We all know that Game Modes are something that the players really want. But we all know that game modes are not really that successful. They don't make you a lot of money back. So once again, this is most likely going down to the leadership being out of touch. Because their job was to make sure that team doesn't break in the first place. When an important person wants to leave and they are working on a really important product, perhaps you might want to try to keep them in the team to finish the product first. What I got from this is that Riot didn't care, and when the team wanted to dissolve, they were like, yep, whatever. So yeah, that's why last year we got nothing, and I assume this year we will get nothing, because getting such a team to ramp up takes time. There is also the news that League of Legends will give $1 for every 100 missions complete to charity. Which
Wait, what? For every 100 season 2023 in-game missions player complete by January 24th? That's literally less than 2 weeks from now. Riot Games will contribute $1 to the Riot Games Social Impact Fund. I do not advise fund accounts sponsored by Impact Assets up to 1 million total. Or, just hear me out, if you have a million to spare to the charity, I mean, granted, it's a good thing, yeah. How about you take just measly $500 out of those million? Yeah, I'm not asking for much, just 500. Go to Fiverr and hire a editor who can create you a cinematic. Just a thought, just an idea.
Which essentially means League of Legends will give 1 million to charity. Don't sweat it, don't grind the missions if you don't wanna. If Riot wanted to give more to charity, there wouldn't be a cap. And lastly, a tweet that was really subtle is that apparently the narrative team had to push hard to get new voice lines for those old champions. Yes, we don't get stories, we don't get game modes, and when it comes to new voice lines, which is the bare minimum you can do, the narrative team had to push hard for it?
Because if we're looking into business, bro, there's additional expenses. Who the fuck wants to spend extra expenses, you know? Consider the fact that we're looking at the business, it's a new quarter, it's a new year. First of all, it's a new year of business, which means you have your funds, you have your allocations, which means last year was dog shit. Even though you didn't spend money on anything. Because as I said, yeah, we got no new game modes, no new story, no new lore, no new nothing. Yeah? We got only skins. Think as a business, as a Riot. You were just pumping money last year, yeah? You were just making money because your only product were the skins. So sure, you made some money. Now you're thinking, can we do this the second year in a row? But we also want to increase that profit. So we are cutting the costs. So there walks the game development team, yeah? There goes the game mode team. There goes the cinematic team, obviously. And now they are barely even considering to update the old champions. Brother, I'm not sure how long can this company last doing that before the entire thing collapses and people just say, you know what? This, I'm done with this game, and go find something else. On the other hand, we have to consider the fact there is no competition right now in the market. Let's say some new MOBA or MMORPG would come up and people would be instantly drawn to it, easily. Maybe Dendrite would consider picking up the pace in here and actually doing something. And improving upon the shit that has been letting us down for the past couple of months.
Is the leadership that out of touch? This is really getting to a ridiculous point. Like, how is any of this possible? We got a confirmation that 2023 has the biggest budget yet. And when we get new voice lines, we learn that they really had to fight for them. But you know what? Enough of depression. Let's go all the way to the top. You know what was the best moment I had while watching all of these videos? It's this moment when I hit my wrist and it was really funny.
The flame of his dragon.
We saw these, so I can snooze now.
We didn't go too deep into the parts of his kit that strengthen his star.
She broke his arm right there.
Not only can a brilliant soul forge stars like a nebula in deep space,
It's cool.
but he
I'll
can
admit,
now
pretty
drop
cool.
them from the sky onto his
Hit my
foes in some way.
it's really badly. Ouch.
Ooh.
Literally the best thing, bro.
As I mentioned before in the last video.
Straight up the best thing in the
There you
entire
have
4
it.
videos.
So, what did we learn? We know Riot is working on some new champions, which are proven again and again not to improve the state which League of Legends is in. After all, a new champion does jack all to a repetitive game, and that's it. There is literally nothing happening in League of Legends right now. And I don't understand what's happening.
I swear to God, I feel like I'm watching Game of Thrones, but we're entering season 6 right now, you know? Up to this spot, yeah, season 5, seasons 1 to 4, just like in Game of Thrones, we're okay, you know? Multiply the number by 3. So up to season 12, it was slightly meh, and shit started going downhill ever since we introduced durability patch. You know, ever since the introduction of durability patch, it's going downhill. So I feel like I'm participating in the Game of Thrones shenanigans again, you know? This year is going to get worse. Then next year is going to get even worse, bro. That's my suspicion.
You know what's the funniest thing?
Do tell.
Apparently, the cinematic had writers. There are people writing something for the cinematic.
No fucking shit. That's propaganda, bro. That's fucking propaganda.
But people found out that the poem in the cinematic are just voice lines from champions.
That's what I'm talking about. I swear to God, what Riot did is they let go their entire cinematic team. They went to ChatGPT because artificial intelligence is becoming a thing, and they said that ChatGPT, I give you voice lines, I give you Summoner's Rift, do the thing. Instead of paying $5 on Fiverr for an editor to edit your entire cinematic, you get it for free. Big brain Riot.
I am so happy I decided to cover more than just League of Legends this year.
I swear to God, I need to join Necrit. Like, no joke, I need to join Necrit. I need to expand my content. We need to do Minecraft, we need to do chess, we need to do World of Warcraft. We need to move away from League of Legends, bro. That's the video, yeah. As far as I'm concerned, Necrit knows what's up. He sees what the others see as well. This game is dying, bro. We need to peace out. I'll play, I don't know. God knows what. We'll think about it, chat.